Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I got something new. I got the new Sephora Pro Cool Palette, and I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a review, let you know what I think of it. I did buy this with my own money. I saw it on Nikki Tutorial Snapchat, and I had to get it. $68, 28 colors. Supposedly they're professional colors. They got together all their pro artists and, put together this amazing palette. And I wanted to let you guys know my thoughts. So, I am not a professional makeup artist, but I do work with professional products on a daily basis. I am a beauty guide for Limelight by Alcone, which means that I work with professional eye colors and foundation and lip products and blush, and I'm addicted. So I wanted to see if these perform like the stuff that I use every day. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to, of course, show you the colors that I have in this palette. They are pretty. They're very pretty colors. This is, again, the Cool Palette. They do have a warm palette and an editorial palette. They do have a range here of mattes, satins, shimmers, and some glitters. And I got the Cool because I'm pale. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna swatch these for you, and do have an insert that has the color names. It did come with a nice mirror. It is quite a sturdy palette. It does show every single fingerprint, but I'm gonna let you know my thoughts as we go along. I do have a flat shader brush. I do have my simple switch, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you know as we swatch. I'm gonna go down my arm. I am gonna clean my arm as it gets filled up. We're gonna start with the lightest colors. You might not be able to see them very well or at all because I am pale. Just a fair warning, so nobody's disappointed. First color we're gonna go in with is gonna be this color right here. It is called Linen. And as you can see, it is a very light linen color. Like I said, I am pale, so some of these colors may not show up very well. So that is that color. Now these colors, some of them are very powdery. Ironically enough, this next color is indeed called Powder, and it does have a slight shimmer to it. It is actually a satin shade, and I'm gonna place that right under where I put Linen. So it is right there. I'm cleaning off my brush. Right next to Powder, we have this really gorgeous color. It is called Seashell. It's actually what I have on my brow bone highlight. I did purchase this with my money, like I said, on Sephora.com. I'm not sure if they have it in all the stores yet. You can see that has a shimmer to it. I did get it through Ebates because you do get some cash back if you do it that way. Well, I have squares in my eyes from my Reiki light. This next color here, I'm not sure if you can see. This is called Tulle. It is a straight up glitter shade. And I'm gonna, a lot of fallout on this shade. I was very excited when I opened the palette. Unfortunately, that is where my excitement ended. As you can see, it just sits on top of the skin. Packing it doesn't do anything. The glitter doesn't go anywhere but airborne. So, Tulle is not a good shade. Not for me anyway. Okay, so the next shade, we have Latte, which is next to that glittery shade called Tulle. I'm gonna put that one right here. Latte, it was nice transition color. It does look like Latte, maybe has a lot of milk in it. The next shade right here is called Flax, which is a beautiful, beautiful light warm brown, which would be a phenomenal transition color. And then next to Flax is this really pretty color up here in the corner. It's called Violet Gray. Now these are very powdery. They are a little bit buildable, but I do find them to be quite a bit sheer. this pink. It's a really light pink. It's very hard to see. I know it looks white in my lighting. This is called Ballet. I'm putting that there underneath my violet gray. And then here we have Cashmere. And put that underneath Ballet. Again, I apologize. I am pale. I don't tan people. I tomato. Next we have Tea Rose. This is a shimmer. Not really a shimmer. I guess it's more of a satin. And this one, I had really high hopes for this one. It looks so vibrant in the pan, but then it doesn't really translate that much on the skin. And then next to Tea Rose, we have this really gorgeous pinky gold color. It's called Pink Champagne. And unfortunately, just like the one that's right underneath, like Tulle, it's one of those very glittery, gets on the brush, but it just kind of sits on the skin. It doesn't really go anywhere. You want that pigment to go somewhere, and it just doesn't go anywhere. So we have the top row up to Pink Champagne. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clean my arm off with my Kirkland wipes from Costco because I really enjoy those. Okay. All right, so I'm drying my arm off, clean my brush off, and we're just gonna keep moving right along. So the next color, next to Pink Champagne, is this really pretty, kind of a shimmery pink color, and it's called Rosé. So we're gonna start right at the top here. And clean off our brush. Next to Rosé, this one is called Orchid Mist. It's got a little bit more of a plum color to it. And it's very pretty, but again, these colors are very light. And my experience when I work with pro colors, they seem to have a bit more punch to them. Okay, this one is called Croquis. And this is a nice deep burgundy color. And it goes on. It is a little bit patchy. Probably very buildable. Not one that I would wear in my everyday. This color is very, very pretty. This color is called Ash. And it's like a nice kind of ashy color, so the name is very appropriate. It's a nice shimmer shade. And then right next to Ash, we have this nice grayish brown called Mushroom. We'll put right below there. And right next to Mushroom, we have Fog, which is a nice blue gray color. I did wear this one yesterday. Unfortunately, on my pale skin, it did look a little bit bruised. Right next to that, we have Graphite. Let me make sure my brush is clean. Okay, Graphite is a nice dark gray color. It's a very pretty color. And then this one next to Graphite is my favorite. It's called Heather Gray. Unfortunately, I have Heather Gray, not this exact formula, but I have it in about 5 other palettes. But it's a very pretty color. I don't feel like it's unique color at all. And then next to Heather Gray, we have Mauve, which these colors are very popular right now. This really bright, but it's very patchy. And then next to Mauve, we have Orchid. Just very bright, and again, it's kind of patchy, but you can probably build on it. And then over here we have Moon, which is a nice silver, but it's just like all the other glittery shades, it doesn't translate at all. And then we have Rosewood, which is this really beautiful shimmery color here. but again, it looks like it would have so much punch, and then there's hardly any punch. I don't know. For me, I expected more out of a pro palette, but this is my opinion, of course, so please don't let my opinion sway you in any way. $68 for 28 eyeshadows is a heck of a deal, but personally, I think you can get more color payoff from Morphe or Color Pop. And I know that a lot of people were comparing these to the Natasha Denona palettes, and I've had an opportunity to work with those, and I don't think that they compare at all. And I've had opportunities to work with colors like these with my Limelight Balcone palettes, which are pro palettes, and they are so much better with the Limelight palettes. Okay, so this last row, this color right here next to Rosewood is called Coffee, and it's a nice brown shade. And it is a very nice color. Next to Coffee, we have Hot Chocolate. And it's a nice deep brown. Next to Hot Chocolate, we have Espresso. And then right over here, we have Sketch, which is this really gorgeous dark graphite color. And this really is a beautiful, beautiful shimmery color. That is gorgeous. I actually really do like that color a lot. It reminds me of MAC's Night Divine. And then over here, we have this nice dark black. It's called Obsidian. And that is the colors that are in this palette here. But what I do want to show you really quickly is that this palette, it does come with a little pamphlet with talk through or walkthrough, not talk through, on a couple of different eye looks, which is great if you are not, you know, experienced in doing your eyes. This is a pro palette by Limelight Balcone. This is Limelight, or Latte for Limelight. And these are pro colors, but these are, you know, these colors that are very popular right now. And I just want to show you the difference in the blendability of the colors. You know, I mean, they're a lot smoother. And people who are comparing the Sephora Pro colors or the pro palettes to Natasha Denona, you do get what you pay for. And I am, of course, cleaning my brush in between uses. But this is a Natasha Denona color, little palette. And the color payoff and the blendability, the difference is just, it's really insane. I love this palette by Natasha Denona. I wish I could get one of the big palettes that are like $239, but I have children and, you know, it's just not plausible for me right now. Anyway, if you are okay with having some colors like the glitter shades that you can't really use, I don't even think that they'll stick with glitter glue because you can't pick them up really on your brush. You can't pick them up on your finger, you can't pick them up on your brush, so they're kind of useless. The mattes are nice, most of them are nice. They're a little bit patchy, but you can build them up. It's a decent deal. And if you don't like it, Sephora does have a 60-day money-back guarantee. I would say try it out. And again, they do have a warm palette and they have the editorial palette, which is bright colors. Like they have some neons in there, which are really, really, really pretty. But for me, this one was not my cup of tea. So if you have any questions about this palette or any of my thoughts, I love Sephora. They have some products that I really love. Their lippies I adore. They had one that they discontinued, the color Romantic Rose was my absolute favorite lipstick of all times. But yeah, if you have any questions, you can obviously ask me right here in the down bar. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I can get up a new video soon.